Hello my dear student, hope you are fine at your home. Today I am going to take a class about blood group. Hope you will enjoy this class. After watching this class, if you have any question about blood group or you can say that ABO blood group, please write down on comment box. I will try to give your answer as soon as possible. Welcome. Hello my dear student, I am going to describe about blood group. You know that the precise amount of blood in a person's body will depend on their size. In addition, the blood's composition varies between individuals. This difference in structure is what makes a person's blood type. An individual's blood type depends on which gene they inherited from their parents. ABO is the best known system for grouping blood types, though there are other methods. There are four major categories within the ABO group: A, B, O and AB. Within these groups, there are a further 8 blood types. Every 2 seconds, a person in the United States needs blood. When a person needs a transfusion, doctors must give them the right type. The wrong type, or you can say the wrong blood type, can trigger an adverse reaction that could be life-threatening. So now, what are the main components of bloods are? You know that red blood cells, which carry oxygen around the body; white blood cells, which play a crucial role in the immune system; plasma, which is a yellowish liquid that contains proteins and salts; and finally platelets, which enable clotting. The blood group will depend on which antigens are on the surface of the red blood cells. Antigens are molecules. You know that these are antigens. They can be either protein or sugars. The types and features of antigen can vary between individuals due to a small genetic difference. The antigens in blood have various functions, including transporting other molecules into and out of the cell, maintaining the surface of red blood cells, detecting unwanted cells that could cause illness. Scientists use 2 types of antigen to classify blood types: ABO antigens and next one is RH antigens. Antigens and antibody play a role in the immune system defense mechanism. White blood cells produce antibodies. These antibodies will target an antigen if they consider it a foreign object. This is why it is essential to match blood type when a person needs a transfusion. According to the American Red Cross, if a person receives red blood cells with antigens that are not already present in their system, their body will be reject and attack the new red blood cells. This can cause a severe and possibly life-threatening reaction. ABO and the most common blood types, we can classify ABO blood group system according to the different types of antigens in the red blood cells and antibodies in the plasma. They use the ABO system alongside the RH and antigen status to determine which blood types or types will match for a safe red blood cell transfusion. There are 4 ABO group. You know that: Group A, Group B, Group AB, and last one is Group O. So now I am going to describe group A. The surface of the red blood cell contains A antigen and the plasma has anti-B antibody. Anti-B antibody would attack blood cells that contain B antigen. In case of group B, the surface of the red blood cell contains B antigen and the plasma has anti-A antibody. Anti-A antibody would attack blood cell that contain A antigen. And number next, AB, the red blood cells have both A and B antigens, but the plasma doesn't contain any anti-A or anti-B antibodies. Individuals with the type AB can receive any ABO blood type. And finally, O blood group, the plasma contains both anti-A and anti-B antibodies, but the surface of the red blood cell doesn't contain any A or B antigens. Since these antigens are not present, a person with any ABO blood type can receive this type of blood. So there has another factor, you can say that rhesus factor, or in short form you can say RH factor. So some red blood cell have RH factor, also known as the RhD antigen. Rhesus grouping adds another dimension. If the red blood cell contain the RH antigen, they are Rh positive. If they do not, they are Rh negative. You can say that. So doctor needs to take into account both ABO and Rh when considering blood types. There are 8 main blood types in the ABO or Rh blood grouping system. Some are more common than other. You know that. So we can classify A positive or A negative, B positive, B negative, like that. So most common 8 blood group. Around 82% of the people in the United States have Rh positive blood. The rarest blood group type is AB negative. These are the main types within the 8 main groups. There are also many lesser known as less common blood types. So now I am going to say about AB and O type blood group. This is very much important for our lesson. Okay. Universal donor and universal recipient. O negative blood contain no A, B or Rh antigen. So almost anyone with any blood type can receive this red blood cell. A person with group O negative blood is a universal donor. A person with O negative blood can donate to almost anyone. A person with Rh negative blood can donate to a person with Rh negative or Rh positive blood. A person with Rh positive blood can only donate to someone with Rh positive blood. Okay. As a result, there is a high demand for O negative blood, even though fewer than 10% of the world population has this type. The rules for plasma are the opposite of those for Rh. A universal plasma donor will have type AB blood. So there has a few risks. Now I am going to about the risks of blood transfusion. You know that before a person receives donated blood, doctors will check that this blood is compatible. Giving someone the wrong blood type can lead to potentially life-threatening reaction and complications. If someone with blood group B antigen receives red blood cell from someone with the group A antigen, the body will launch an immune response and reject the transfusion. The antibody in the recipient's plasma will attack and destroy the A antigen donor red blood cell. When the recipient's plasma attack and destroy the donor cell, the blood may clump or agglutinate. This can lead to blood clot, which can obstruct blood vessels. If they break, hemoglobin can leak out, and this can be toxic. Other possible adverse effect including allergic reaction and in case sometimes of fracture, vessel fracture may occur. In some cases the blood can cope, but other can be life-threatening. Some reactions occur at once, while other can take up to 28 days to appear. In addition, blood can sometimes contain unexpected antibodies, viruses or parasites. The donor may not have symptoms, but they can affect a recipient's health. Doctor and other specialists conduct stringent testing and screening before a person can receive donated blood, plasma or other blood products. In case of pregnancy, if two parents have different blood types, the mother will not necessarily have the same blood types or Rh factor as the child. If the mother has Rh negative blood and the child has Rh positive, this can pose a risk during pregnancy and delivery. A small number of red blood cells from the fetus circulation can cross the placenta and enter the mother bloodstream. Anti-Rh antibody can then develop in the mother plasma. In a process known as sensitization, a problem can arise if the antibody then detects a foreign antigen in the fetus blood cells. The antibodies may start to attack the fetus red blood cells as a defense mechanism. In some cases, severe jaundice can result and possibly brain damage. So this phenomenon, you can say that a unique type of disease, erythrocytis, erythroblastocytis fetalis. An injection of anti-Rh immunoglobulin Z can help prevent the mother from the producing this antibody and reduce the impact of a sensitizing event on the fetus. If a woman has Rh negative blood, a doctor may administer anti-D immunoglobulin at 28 weeks and 34 weeks as a preventing measures. Okay, so testing for blood types is very simple. Donation of blood and social responsibilities has great impact in our society, but we should concern about blood group matching when we want to transfusion of our blood. The ABO system is the best known way of classifying blood types. In this system there are 8 main types already I have discussed, but O positive is the most common and AB negative is the rarest. If a person need a blood transfusion, their blood type must be compatible with that of the donor to avoid complications. Blood donations saves lives every day, but receiving the wrong type of blood can lead to life-threatening consequences. The social responsibilities of blood donation in our society, now it is well recognized. It is said that Bangladesh will have the youngest population in the near future, aged between 18 to 35 years. This would give Bangladesh the opportunity to lead the world, but we also want the new young generation to be healthy, for which it is our prime responsibility today to ensure that we fulfill our duties in contributing towards healthcare. Just as an individual has the responsibility towards his nation, business, organization and family, similarly one also has to fulfill his responsibility towards the society. Blood donation is the process of giving blood so that it can be used for blood transfusion in the future. It is the best type of donation one can make for the benefit of the society, which cost nothing but its value is more than gold. One only needs a desire to serve others, known or unknown to the blood donor. Any health adult can potentially be a blood donor. Blood thus collected is taken to the transfusion center where it is tested, classified and stored in blood banks for emergency use. Simple care should be taken by ensuring that the surroundings are clean, hygienic and fresh needles are used during blood donation. Thus the process of donation blood is simple and doesn't take up much of the volunteer time. Okay, so today already I have discussed different types of blood group and RH factor, and finally I have discussed about donation of blood and social responsibilities. Thank you so much for watching this class till end.